How's it going, everyone? You know what time it is? It is time to dive into the world of wrestling where anything can happen with WWE Elimination Chamber 2025 just around the corner. March 1st in Toronto. The stakes are higher than ever. John Cena is set to compete in his final Elimination Chamber match as part of his farewell tour, aiming for his 17th World Championship. Meanwhile, The Rock has returned to WWE, stirring up an interesting storyline with Cody Rhodes that could have a major impact for WrestleMania 41. What are your thoughts on these? Drop your predictions. Let's get this conversation started for Elimination Chamber. Let's lace up because this is New Entry Wrestling Podcast and you're part of the action. Let's go. IAN is who I am. A storyteller is who I'm trying to be. And if you're feeling so high, enjoy. Give me a holla. But since I can't hear you, you can hit a 5-star Frog Splash review. Follow us on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. Share us on social media. This is the place for your wrestling reviews, predictions, and fantasy booking. Let's start off with Tiffany. Tiffany what? Strashich? How do you say her last name?
Stratton.
Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax, Kansas Lorraine. Who do you think is gonna go over?
Come on, man. We're in Canada. Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton, man.
Damn, that's your pick.
Or does WWE do that thing where if you're a hometown person, you lose at home?
I-
I don't know. I don't think they make Tiffany lose and Trish lose. Tiffany's a champion and Trish is the hometown person. If it was one-on-one, maybe different story. But no, I say Tiffany and Trish.
That's a good one. I think that too. Um, the Women's Elimination Chamber: Bianca
Ooh.
Belair, Naomi, Bailey, Roxanne, Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss. My choices that I gave out, the ones who I picked were here. This is give me your final two. Your final two. My final two is Alexa Bliss and Bailey.
I'm gonna say Bianca and Naomi.
Bianca Naomi. Wow,
Yeah. That makes
nice.
some good storyline right there, right? The tag team
Mm.
champions and they're the last two in the chamber. That's a good
So
storyline right
I
there.
like that. And then it'd be cool to have Jade Cargill make her return that night if you have those two as a final
Yeah,
to expose who was the attacker.
exactly.
Rumor,
See, exactly. It
rumor
could be
has it, rumor has it, it could be both of them. What are
Ooh.
your thoughts on that?
I mean, I could see it happening. You never know. I mean, like Bianca, Naomi are like they've been there for so long, and then this lady comes up in here, with not a lot of experience, and wants to be all this, and like, you know what, we'll take her out ourselves. I don't know.
Yeah.
They also play into like the alleged like backstage drama they have against each other in real life.
Do they have
But
drama?
I don't know. It depends who says it. If it was like this person or that person, I'm like, nah, I don't believe it. But it makes it for a good storyline. People could be like, oh, we have backstage drama, air quotes. Not really, but it makes good drama, especially if we find out like if they both did it. Because Naomi and Bianca, I think have been better tag team champions than Jade and Bianca themselves.
Yeah. They Jade was just more of the hot tag where
Yeah,
it's just waits. She wasn't I don't know, it's just she's just weird for
she's
some
green.
reason.
She's still
Yeah,
pretty
she's still
green.
green for some reason.
Yeah.
And it's tough to say why she's still green, you know?
It just happens sometimes. Sometimes you have the look, you have the aura, as they call it
Mm.
nowadays, the youngins. But like sometimes that's all people get by, and then obviously now they're forcing her to train. That's probably why
Maybe
she's
it's just
injured.
the WWE training that she
Yeah,
just
like the
can't figure it
style.
out. Yeah, the
Yeah,
style on how because you have to be You have to be looking at the right camera, doing the right spots
Yeah.
safely. You have to
Yeah.
learn moves. Like again, like John Cena, he does moves where man, I gotta do this 300 days a year.
Yeah.
I gotta do moves that don't fully hurt. So you have to find stuff like that that works with you, works with your character, stuff that's easy to call in the ring, outside of the ring. Um, yeah, it's just the stuff like that. And also, I feel like maybe her height could be an issue too.
Pretty
Maybe,
tall, right?
yeah, maybe, or maybe she's just not used to being a baby face. Maybe she's,
It's just being green. She needs a
yeah,
little more experience. Like there's
yeah.
not really a training program when she was in AEW. You pretty much just went out there and winged
But
it.
she did have some good
Yeah.
matches. She
Yeah, she
did it.
did.
Yeah, that's the thing. She did have some good matches. She did face some people that did make her look good. Um,
They made her look good.
yeah,
It's different
that's
when she makes somebody look good. That's when you're really, really trained, you know?
yeah, and I think that's where her issue is. She doesn't make them look good. She doesn't really sell properly for them.
Like she
I,
can't face someone that's a rookie. Like if the person comes in from as a rookie and she fights them, that match is gonna be bad. But if she
yeah,
faces a
there's nobody.
Bianca or
Yeah,
she faces a Bailey, she
you're right.
faces a Naomi, she faces a Charlotte, those where she has good matches. But like if she's facing someone from NXT that just came up,
But
it
look,
might be a
look,
really bad match.
the fact that you just said that you think Bianca is a good a good like leader for her, then
Yeah,
besides,
so it's
you
good
really
to
think
also
that she has
well,
the experience? You think
well
Bianca has the experience to take Jade Cargill under her wing?
not no, not really. You have to get a veteran in there. Like she needs
That's
I think she also needs a
so.
talking piece too.
So that's what that too. But so instead of blaming Jade Cargill, why are we not blaming Bianca?
That's
What?
true.
Yeah. What? If, who's who booked them two together and said you have the most experience? And yeah, she does in WWE. With Jade, but out of everybody there, it was just like, bro, you should have had her team up with Bailey or something like that to take her under her wing. Like Bailey's the one with the knowledge and the experience.
Yeah,
Like that's your locker room leader, you know. Um, yeah. So that's the even Charlotte. Like she could have been a. I know Charlotte was out, but she could have been a bodyguard for Charlotte.
true.
Like I know Charlotte was out, but like it could have been something like that. I know she probably would have not wanted to do that, but that's the thing. It's like you stop hiring people just because they have a big name then or this star power or something like. You got to hire people
Right.
that you need them for a role.
Yeah, that's true.
Um, out of those two, final, you're the booker, whatever. Who's gonna go over from your final two? Who's gonna go over Bianca or Naomi?
I say Bianca.
Bianca.
Yeah.
Now the Raw Women's Championship. It's gonna be Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky.
Ooh. Yeah.
Who's gonna go over? Who's gonna be facing Bianca now?
Rhea Ripley.
Okay. See, for me, Alexa Bliss, Bailey, right?
Right.
Now, if Alexa Bliss wins, I want Rhea Ripley to win.
Mm.
If Bailey wins, I'm cool with either or because I prefer Io Sky just because then you have a first time ever and the opportunity to do it right now instead of doing it later in the future to have a back-to-back match with the same woman but with a different world title. Bailey versus Io. Last year they faced each other for the WWE Women's Championship. This year they have the opportunity to face each other again for the Women's World Championship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like you have the opportunity to do it now. But Rhea Ripley already faced Charlotte and Becky. Up next is Bailey. And then who knows? Maybe next year we may get my Mercedes Monet back or Sasha Banks back. And she'll probably face her next year's WrestleMania 42. That's where I think it's gonna be heading towards, but who knows?
Right.
So that's my predictions.
Okay.
Now, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Who do you think is going over?
Ooh, Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens? How?
He's gonna do the package power driver
Ooh,
on like a
nice.
chair.
Damn.
And
Folded or set?
open. He's gonna hit
Open.
him like on the open chair, like the top of the
So
chair.
obviously, so it's gonna be like what I think you need two or four of those for
Yeah,
that to
pretty much
happen.
like is I think there's a way. Yeah, you gotta stack them in a certain way. I think you
Yeah,
gotta put two down, stood up, and you gotta put one, and you gotta then he's gotta stand on one and like jump into the that three chairs pretty much.
yeah,
So pretty much like almost break his neck, like pretty much try to take him out like out cold.
and that's what that. I will say this. I saw a meme about it saying that some guy said that I was so excited about this match
Yeah,
for Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn until Sami Zayn ruined it with his promo that he said last week on Monday Night Raw, saying where. So let's go back before I go. Kevin Owens took out Randy Orton with a power driver, an old school power driver, a safely one, by the way. He's been out for 3 months. Everybody thought he would be back at the Royal Rumble, never did. Now he package power driver Cody Rhodes. I believe he was only out for a week or two. I think the first one happened at Saturday Night Main Event, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
And
Yeah.
he did one at Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn was out for a week, I believe. So a guy posted saying that he was excited for this match until Sami Zayn ruined it by saying, Kevin Owens,
Mhm.
I took in that move so many times, but I knew this one was personal. You know how I knew? Because this one felt different because this one felt more personal. You tried to actually break my neck.
Wow.
You actually tried to break my neck because I took in that move so many times, and this one was personal. You tried to take my neck. You tried to break my neck. The guy said, but yet it wasn't personal with Kevin Owens. I mean, with Randy Orton. It wasn't personal with Cody Rhodes. It was personal for you. You know for a fact that he tried to break your neck, and yet you're still here.
Wow.
You're still able to have a match. You showed up while Randy Orton is nowhere to be found. Cody Rhodes is okay, but with you, he nearly broke your neck, and yet you're still standing. So the guy said, yeah, I don't care for that match no more. It doesn't make sense because
Right.
what's next? What you just said, Ever, you think that's going to be a finish? That's the finish you would like to see, a power driver on the chair. If he, like, so what? Is that going to write off Zammy? Because the guy who made that post, obviously, he's not wrong.
No, he's not
He's not
wrong.
wrong. You took a power driver so badly that you knew he tried to break your neck, that yet you're still standing. So what happens when you take a power driver on a steel chair? You're gonna be out for 3 months. Are you gonna miss WrestleMania then?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's where I don't understand. What's the direction? That's where wrestling kind of gets ruined for me, you know? And then like I
Right.
wasn't even thinking about that. Like I was reading it as a fan of, oh, here goes another guy complaining. But I was like, but he makes a good point. It's like it doesn't make sense. It's kind of like AEW. You were able to wrestle for 60 minutes. You kicked out of five power drivers, but yeah, when he gives you an arm bar, you're out for 5 months. You know,
Yeah,
it's
that's
like you're
true.
not. Yeah, it's not. You're not wrong. I was like, damn. Okay, yeah. So that's the only thing I have an issue where that I mean I kind of agree with that guy where it's like what's gonna happen in this match that what's next, you know?
Yeah, true.
So but I think Sami Zayn needs a win, another win over Kevin Owens. Um I would like an interference. I don't want to like. I think it should be like Kevin Owens should get screwed.
Mm,
You know.
yeah,
But if Kevin Owens does win, I feel like you have Sami Zayn needs to like. I don't want to say miss WrestleMania, but he just needs to be out for a while.
okay. Oh,
I feel like both of them should be out. I feel like
hmm.
this type of match should take both of them out to the point that they have to miss WrestleMania. You know. Do
Yeah,
you think
makes
this
sense.
match would lead up to WrestleMania? Or do you think they're gonna
It's,
part ways?
I would say lead to WrestleMania.
Lead it to WrestleMania?
Yeah,
Okay. Even though they already had a match at WrestleMania, you think they should still have another one? I mean,
yeah,
nothing wrong with it.
because I think they still have that feud, that blood feud against each other. So it feels
Mhm.
like it feels like a WrestleMania match. It should be a WrestleMania match.
Right.
Like
This
this one
match,
probably should have been a WrestleMania match. Probably this one should have been.
well, technically is unofficial because it's
Yeah,
unsanctioned, you know? It's
yeah.
not official. So I could see them having a match at WrestleMania. Hey, Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell. It could happen.
That's true. If they bring back that pay-per-view though, I don't know if they will. Well, just the match itself,
No,
right?
yeah, dude, don't bring the pay-per-view no
No, no,
more.
don't bring it.
No more gimmick matches, no more. So the men's main event: John Cena, CM Punk, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, Seth freaking Rollins. Who is your final two or your final four?
My final two. Oh man, that's a tough one. I would say my final two would be Cena and CM Punk.
Okay, nice choices.
My final four, well, obviously Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, and Rollins. So it's like super, I think Logan Paul should be the first one to go. Screw that guy. First one. Everybody just go on him,
I know you
destroy
would
him.
you would think that, right? You
Yeah,
would
but no,
think that,
Dirty might make him like the top three or something.
yeah, or the final two, which is
Yeah.
gonna be
Ugh.
it's gonna I don't know. I feel like that's what's gonna happen,
Yeah.
but it's like it shouldn't. Here's the thing: the only way I would be okay with it being the final two, if Logan Paul is the final two, if it's John Cena,
Yeah.
because at least we get that moment where it's like, okay, he has shared the ring with John Cena. He's having a moment with John Cena. I would rather have that moment with John Cena instead of having a real match at WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping for. Um, but other than that, yeah, I feel like Logan Paul should be out right away. It's crazy to think. I mean, I don't even mind if he eliminates uh Drew McIntyre. Like,
Ooh.
say for example, or even John Cena eliminating Logan Paul, or Logan Paul eliminates Cena. I just
Wait a
don't.
minute.
Well,
What?
here's the thing: at least to get that heat,
Right.
you know. But at the same time, I feel like if that's gonna lead up to them having a match, I would rather not see that. Um, I don't know. It's a tough one. But
Right.
my final two, yeah, my final two, I think it's gonna be Seth Rollins and CM Punk.
Ooh, okay.
Um,
Well, final four?
Cena, Drew McIntyre / Logan Paul,
Well, who's your final two? You said Rollins and
Punk.
Punk. Okay. So it's Punk,
Yeah.
Rollins, Cena, and then just one. McIntyre or Logan Paul. Final decision. Like you're writing it. Like you're the last. You have to make a decision. Who's the last person?
Who I think WWE is gonna choose is Logan
No,
Paul.
who do
Who
you
I
choose? This is your
want
fantasy booking. Yeah.
Who would I want is
Yeah.
Drew, because I would rather see Drew versus Cena
Hmm.
at WrestleMania.
Okay.
So if you have Cena So basically, who that fourth person? That's why I said Logan Paul and Drew. Whoever that fourth person is, if Cena doesn't win, I want that person to face Cena.
Okay.
That's why I said Logan Paul is more for who I think is gonna happen,
Yeah.
but my preference is Drew McIntyre. But
Because honestly, would you want Cena's last WrestleMania match to be with Logan Paul? Is that going to
no,
be in the history
no,
books?
that's what they want for a media.
Yeah.
It's TKO, bro. It's not Cena. It's not Triple H. It's not WWE. It's TKO.
Yeah.
If that happens,
But The Rock owns TKO, so he should know better.
hopefully he doesn't hate John Cena.
Right? Oh, he
So
probably got
yeah,
over it eventually.
hopefully right, hopefully. So,
So
but
who's our
yeah,
winners? We didn't choose our winners yet.
uh, I think CM Punk,
Yeah, me too, actually. I would say
CM
CM
Punk.
Punk too.
Drew, like I said, my final two would be Seth Rollins and CM Punk. But like I said, I would want CM Punk eliminate. I would rather have Logan Paul eliminate Cena so he
Yeah.
gets the win. So that way Cena wins Logan Paul. I want Cena to eliminate Drew. So that way Drew claymores Cena on his way out. And then somebody could cover, you know, um,
Seth.
yeah, like Seth or Punk covers Cena, and then it's
Ooh.
them two. And then to me, it's a win-win. It's a win-win
Yeah.
from that point. Yeah, because you have CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, AEW,
Yeah.
right? For WrestleMania. Imagine this WrestleMania night one. You have something that could have happened at AEW. And
True.
then WrestleMania night two could be a WWE match. You got Jey Uso that represents the sports entertainment. And then you got Gunther that represents the pro wrestling.
Right. Mm.
So it's like you get the best of both worlds. Like Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, that's a missed opportunity that could have happened and should have happened at AEW. But Cody Rhodes put himself in a position where he couldn't win the world title, but I'm pretty sure he did that as his way of leaving the company
Right.
because he
Okay.
was, so pretty interesting. But then you
Right.
also got the rivalry with CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins. Seth
Right.
Rollins needs a win over Cody Rhodes and what a win to get back at WrestleMania and to win the WWE Championship.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, gotta be a pretty interesting night for predictions.
Yeah, we both said CM Punk to win, so we're like, okay, we
Yeah.
both get it wrong. We get it wrong, but at least we get CM Punk winning.
And then who is your final two? CM Punk and who?
Cena. It's more like
Cena.
a nostalgia thing. Like, ooh,
Okay.
one
Oh yeah.
fine Money in the
Yeah.
Bank 2011, but this time we're in a Elimination Chamber 2025. Like what, 14 years later?
Yeah.
What, something like
Yeah.
that?
And then speaking of 2011, the final two was CM Punk and John Cena determined the number.
Oh,
So damn, there's you know what? That could be a possibility.
dude, I'll be freaking crazy.
Yeah. And the winner went on to face The Miz, and then this year is the winner goes on to face Cody Rhodes.
Right.
So yours
Did it,
is
who
Cena
did they win
and
against who won against the Miz? Did he win or lose at
Cena.
WrestleMania?
The Cena lost against The Miz.
Ooh, so it might be deja vu.
Maybe
Yeah,
with The Rock involved.
yeah.
What if you don't
Ooh.
get Cena on The Rock? The Rock
Oh
helps
man.
Cody Rhodes because he sold him his soul.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
pretty interesting night, man. It's gonna be an
Yep,
interesting night
it
for
is.
Elimination Chamber predictions. But we're not done yet. I'm about to have Andre the Savage joining me for Elimination Chamber predictions. Let's
Hmm.
go. How excited are you about this show? I'm gonna be honest, I'm somewhat excited about it just because there's only four matches the day of recording. They're pretty decent. Well, technically, there's three official matches and one unofficial. So, which one are you more excited to see?
I think there's gonna be five because okay, there's the two chambers matches, the women's matches. I think the tag titles will wind up being on the line also, and the U.S. title match. I know the women's IC titles will be scheduled for Raw, which is sad because that's the time that you could be giving Dakota and Lyra some pay-per-view time. How else do you expect them? TKO is putting Triple H in a situation right now where Triple H needs to stop relying on half-hour matches. Not every match has to be a half hour long.
No,
Some matches can be a few minutes. Not every world title match has to be a half hour long.
no.
Maybe stop using that. Maybe because that's what's gonna start. That's what's starting to get Cody stale. That's what's starting to get Rhea stale, and that's gonna get Tiffany Stratton stale too. Um, so you got the two elimination chamber matches, which are probably gonna take 45 minutes each. Probably not so much the women's. Women's might take 30 minutes at most.
Right.
After entrances, um, you
They
have
you got
uh,
Trish and Tiffany versus Nia Jackson, Kansas LeRae.
you got the women's tag titles match. Very likely the men's tag title match will take place somewhere. Otherwise, they'll probably just have a segment.
Oh yeah,
And
The Rock and Cody, and then
The
Sami
Rock
Zayn
and
and
Cody are going
Kevin
to have a
Owens.
segment. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And very likely you will also see the U.S. title be defended.
That's a possibility, but if anything, it's probably gonna happen on SmackDown the night before.
Before WrestleMania also, which sucks.
So yeah, because the next paper, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's just
Or
everything we're seeing, it's just gonna lead to
Chelsea Green
WrestleMania.
might Chelsea Green might do an open challenge in Canada.
No, she's gonna be defending the title, or she's gonna be wrestling on SmackDown before
Yesterday was oh well,
the
but
yeah for the chamber.
see that's where you're also missing out on money
Yeah.
opportunity.
Well, they're gonna be in
To have
Toronto on Friday, anyways.
yeah, but it's not the same as the pay-per-view.
I know, I know.
That's a missed opportunity to have your women's U.S. champion. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying that. Your women's U.S. champion issuing an open challenge to any Canadian, and that's an opportunity for Trish
Yeah.
to
Oh wow.
respond.
Yeah. On that, Natalia. There's no need for
See that that's how
Trish.
that's how that's how irrelevant Natalia is in an era
Yeah.
where she still exists.
Yeah. But I feel like Natalia could have joined with Tiffany, and then Trish could have done that open challenge with Chelsea Green. Especially if, because again, who's the one who's trying to be over as a diva? Chelsea Green. And who is like the queen of the divas division at that time? Trish Stratus. So I don't know. Unless maybe Trish Stratus may work up, may have a may face Chelsea Green at WrestleMania. So that'd be pretty cool. But who do you think is gonna go over? Tiffany, Trish, or Nia Jackson, Kansas LeRae?
Um, I think it's going to end up being Nia Jax and Candice LeRae because right now Nia is directionless and she needs something before she goes to WrestleMania. Um, because at this point it's likely going to be that she'll challenge for the tag titles with Candice LeRae, and it'll be off that momentum.
Mm,
Um, and that's if Bianca and Naomi are still tag champs by then. Who knows if Jay decides to show up at the Elimination Chamber and cost them the tag titles for revenge?
oh yeah, because they're
Because I mean, come on, man. It's so obvious. It's so damn obvious that it's them or at least one of them.
right,
It's it's too obvious that it can't be Liv and Raquel. Even though they're heels, what did they benefit out of? It makes no sense that the world champion is going to take out one of the tag champions when she wasn't a viable threat. She was never in a situation where she was going to be a threat to her. Yeah, if she had challenged her and started having a rivalry with her, she was going to be a threat. But at the time where she has her own belt, her own division to defend in, it was
right.
not a focus on Liv. It was with Rhea trying to get revenge on Liv. There was no build behind it. Um, yeah, you also have to start getting Shayna Baszler to be a beast again because now she has nobody to hold her back. She needs to get rid of the shackles of being somebody's bodyguard. And if she's gonna be somebody's bodyguard, she needs to be a badass bodyguard,
Right.
not this.
Oh, Chelsea Green would be a nice one. Try to find a way. They should do like a kayfabe a kayfabe, a release with Shayna saying like she just got released, and then Chelsea Green hires her, um, as a security. So then you got Shayna and Piper teaming up, and they could go after the tag titles, and eventually Shayna could go
Or
after the singles title from Chelsea Green.
or or start making Piper make mistakes. And as a result of her mistakes, you have her hire Shayna. And then she tries to use her size as intimidation to Shayna, and Shayna does the same thing to her that she did to Nia Jax. Breaks
Mm,
her arm.
damn, takes
That's
her
how you
out.
start making. That's how you start making Shayna look like a
Oh
badass again,
yeah,
just like you did back in the next.
Shayna could be a bounty hunter for WWE. You know, hire she could be the APA. You hire her to take somebody out.
Triple H built her up right in the NXT. You made her hateable. You made her so hateable that you wanted to get somebody to beat her, and
Yeah,
it took until Rhea came in to do that.
and then the dream. We had so many dream matches for Shayna, Charlotte, Becky, uh,
Bianca,
Shaska, Asuka, and even in that Elimination Chamber.
she
The
buried everybody in it's the
Yeah,
moment that
and we
the moment she
thought,
got out of that cage.
yep, we thought, oh, okay, cool. Asuka and Shayna, they're gonna go at it for like maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Nope. Put her in a
Nope.
sleeper hold almost instantly.
Yep. All that just to lose to Becky at WrestleMania in front of no crowd. So for the women's, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Bailey, Naomi, Roxanne Perez. Who are your picks? Give me your final two. Your final two. For me, it's Alexa Bliss and Bailey.
Alexa Bliss and Liv,
Okay. Alexa Bliss, I get. Liv
and
Morgan.
somehow, but
That's a,
somehow, I feel Nia is going to do an edge. He's going to take somebody out and take
oh
their spot.
wow. Roxanne.
Makes the most sense.
Mix, yeah. Because who did she beat? She beat Raquel. So I could see that happening. Can you see Raquel taking Roxanne's spot if you're
Even
trying to push
Raquel,
her?
I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta because at the end of the day, what sells best, Rhea versus
Rhea versus Bailey or Rhea versus Alexa Bliss. And then but you also got Bailey versus Io Sky. So if they decide to have Io win the title on Raw. So that's a possibility. Make it a triple threat somehow. Uh or what if, would Rhea Ripley go after the women's intercontinental champion? Or
why she
maybe,
could just
yeah,
bury her.
that's true. And the size difference, bro. The size difference. All right. Well, you said Liv Morgan or Alexa Bliss. Between those two, who do you think is going to get the W then?
I think Alexa Bliss because we've already seen Liv versus Rhea several times between the moment that she was on SmackDown and then recently on Raw.
Right.
Um, and
And
I
they
think
the
I
Raw
think
one
Dom's
was
an
the
ex.
Trinity.
I think in
So,
this situation, Dom's an accidentally cost her the match again.
mm,
I think at some point somebody leaves the cage door open. Dom comes in, tries to assist her by giving her the chair, and accidentally swings and hits Liv. or the
Damn.
belt, something.
Right. Probably a title belt. Yeah, for me, it's gonna be like I said, final two, Alexa Bliss, Bailey. Damn. I gotta go with Bailey, man. Bailey, I think she's gonna get the W, but final two, Alexa Bliss and Bailey. So not a bad pick, not bad.
Now if
Uh
Bailey wins, and I think she'll do a Charlotte. She'll end up challenging Roxanne instead of Rhea.
Roxanne, why would she challenge Roxanne?
Or sorry, and whoever the NXT champion is. I think she'll end up challenging for that belt instead of.
I mean, that would be weird because the number one contender spot is for the women's world championship.
But it's not, but so was
Yeah.
the NXT title.
No, it's for
This
Rhea.
this time
It's for
this
yeah, it's
time
for
this
yeah.
time you'll actually get to see it in front of a crowd.
True,
The
but
NXT title at WrestleMania.
yeah. I mean, they could go with that direction, but I feel like it would just be best there because they're promoting it as the winner of this match is going to go on for to face the women's world championship. It's either going to be Rhea Ripley and my Io, and that's why Roxanne came out to from the main roster.
Or the TNA Women's Champion.
That would be nice. But they should honestly, if they're going to have a crossover, not for this Elimination Chamber match, but they should have a battle royal or something like that, where it's like you decide uh what title from each brand besides the Royal Rumble. Doesn't have to have like not main event WrestleMania, like a kind of like a battle royal of any championship. Like call your
Well,
shot, Goth. Like
didn't Liv also kind of tease using the win on Tiffany when her and Raquel attacked? Uh, didn't they have a match with Tiffany on Raw on SmackDown last time where Bianca and Naomi got involved?
no, I don't remember. I remember that Liv and Raquel had a fire match with Damage Control. I remember that much. That happened on Raw.
No, I mean on SmackDown.
No, I don't
There was a
remember.
moment where Liv and Raquel had gone over to SmackDown to interrupt Tiffany's moment, and then they set up a match, and then at some point Bianca and Naomi got involved. This is after they saw the video.
Mm, no, I don't remember that. That's too far
So
back.
don't forget, it's not that far back. But anyway, you also have.
It's also the women's
Um,
division.
it doesn't necessarily mean that Charlotte's gonna be facing Tiffany one on one. She just won the Rumble, so the Chamber win could always also challenge for the women's WWE SmackDown title.
Yeah, cars. Yeah, things could always change. But like I don't know. I'm not really excited for it. I don't get me wrong. It's gonna be a great match, great show. Um, but up next that we're gonna talk about is Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. It's not official. It's unsanctioned match or whatever.
Sanction. It's no
Um,
holds barred. That's what it is. It's no
no
holds
holds
barred.
bar, no disqualification, no rules, whatever. Hardcore rules match. Um, how do you feel about this match? Who do you think is going to go over? Do you think Randy Orton is going to make his return? Do you think this match is going to lead up to WrestleMania in any way? Or do you think this is Kevin Owens' last match?
No, because he already signed the 5-year contract. So
Oh, yeah, damn. I forgot about that part. Forget the last question.
no, I think that Sammy's always good for putting Kevin Owens over.
Facts. Ring of Honor, baby.
Well, I mean, Ring of Honor, NXT, SmackDown.
Hey,
Sammy only has one win over Kevin
PWG.
Owens.
They always
Sammy
have
has only one win over Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens has beaten Sammy 95% of the time.
Battleground. Was that the one?
Yep,
Battleground. What year was that? 2016 or 17?
yep, 16.
16. What was the 16? That was when Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins,
That was when
Roman.
Kevin Owens and Jericho became best friends.
That was that year. Okay. Yeah, okay. I remember. Nice.
And
Damn.
it started with Enzo and Big Cass. for them.
Man, those were good times. Good times. Good times.
Another missed opportunity. Big Cass and Kevin Owens being tag champions.
Big Cass and Kevin Owens.
I'm
Why is
sorry,
that?
Big Cass and Enzo. I mean,
Oh,
sorry,
okay. I was about to say
missed opportunity for them to have been tag champions.
they were never champ. Oh yeah, they were never champion. Not even an NXT.
Nope,
Damn, that's crazy.
because Enzo was a problem.
Mm. I mean, I get that, but why they acting like they never had wrestlers that were problems before and they still give the title to them?
Because they had those ties to the people they needed to give them. That's why.
Mm. Interesting. But Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, what do you think is gonna happen? Who do you think is gonna go over? You think Randy Orton is coming back? He's gonna RKO Kevin Owens. Boom, take that.
I think Sammy's gonna have a moment where you think he's gonna win. Kevin Owens kicks out. Kevin does something desperate, like a low blow or something, and then he does the pile driver because power bomb wasn't enough, and the stunner he kicked out of. And it's okay for him to kick out of it because it's not Stone Cold stunner. It's Kevin Owens' stupid stunner,
That's
which
true.
sucks.
It really does.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Nobody has sold a good Kevin Owens stunner. No one
Nope.
has.
Just like nobody has sold a Triple H pedigree from Seth Rollins. It's horrible. It looks terrible. The
It's
only
a
time
yeah. I
the
like it
only
as a
time it
kick
ever
out.
looked cool, the only time it ever looked cool was when he reversed the spear into a pedigree. That's the
Yeah,
only time it ever looked cool because it
that's
was
true.
perfectly timed. Otherwise, when he tries to set up somebody that's bigger than him or smaller than him
Yeah,
for the pedigree, it looks horrible because he's not Triple H.
he should be doing what's it called, the Xbox finisher, the X Factor one.
That or he should have done the Falcon Arrow as a freaking finisher instead of relying on if the
Yeah,
stomp wasn't going to be used. He should have turned the Falcon Arrow into a finisher.
he doesn't even have to do it from the top rope. It could just he could find a way, kind of like you know how his that temporary finisher with the knee, where he does the rainmaker, the wrist lock, spins him, and he used to hit him with a knee. He used it for like a few months.
Because he broke John Cena's nose. That's why he stopped.
Yeah. And so, but do that move, maybe not in the face, but maybe like in the shoulder or something, and then turn that into a
Or
Falcon Arrow.
if they were letting him use the damn buckle block or whatever it was, the turnbuckle power bomb.
Right.
If they were allowing him to still use it after injuring how many superstars, they might as well have used that as a finisher too. Why
Oh
put all that
yeah.
why put all that effort into making something look so dangerous, which it was dangerous, and not
True.
use
It
it as a
was.
finisher?
It took out Sting.
It took out it took out Sting. It took out Finn Balor. It almost took out Dean Ambrose. It almost took out everybody else.
Right. It took out a lot of guys, and it's not even a finisher. He used to use that move would set up um for super kick, two super kicks. One in the jaw, you drop down, and then he does another one when you're kneeling, and then he'll go to the top rope and does a Phoenix Splash. And NXT, he would do it the turnbuckle, and then you sell to the middle,
That was
bend
another
over.
finisher you could have used. Instead of the stupid frog splash, you could have done the Phoenix Splash too as a finisher.
Yeah. And then after that power bomb, the guy will fall
That's what
to
I
the
hate
ground
about
and curse stomp.
that's what I hate about wrestlers from 25 from the moment from 2015 on. Recycling finishes. If you're going to recycle it, make sure it's a finisher that moves, that works, that looks good when you do it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why use it?
They're just using it to get a pop these days.
Which, yeah,
So
which is which got the same reaction that Our Lady Peace got when they decided to play the Benoit theme at their recent concert.
hey, that was pretty cool, but there was
Man,
no there was
the crowd is as dead as he is.
woo! He said it, not me. So
Um,
Kurt Angle, Randy Orton. You think he's gonna be
no, I don't
involved?
think Randy. I don't think Randy shows up tonight for that night. I think he shows up the night after the SmackDown after.
I think he's gonna show up. RKO Kevin Owens leading up to a match. I prefer Randy Orton versus John Cena or even CM Punk. Hell, even
This is what
Logan
I think.
Paul.
I think it might end up in a draw. But I think after the draw, Kevin Owens is going to put Sammy through the power driver.
Mm. I'm expecting an F5. No, Kevin Owens hasn't done an F5 in WWE.
Don't give him any ideas.
He used to do the F5 in Ring of Honor. That's why. Uh, but yeah, no, I think Kevin Owens is gonna get the W. So he needs a win. But if Zambi does get the win, I would say have Randy Orton do get involved. I don't think obviously I know it's like it's gonna be a street fight, but I don't want Sami Zayn to get a clean win. Like I think Randy Orton, somebody should help him. Like Randy Orton makes sense. RKO Kevin Owens, cover him or hits his boot, brain buster or something, Basically Randy
I
Orton should
know
cause it. But
with this happening, that means that Sammy's likely not going to WrestleMania.
what do you after with this match or just with
With him having this match, what does he have to do at WrestleMania besides catering?
ooh, that's tough. Yeah, because after this is his big match, because Kevin Owens is on Sami Zayn's on SmackDown, right? They're both on
He's on
SmackDown, right?
SmackDown, yeah.
I guess the United States title picture, but then it's what a fatal four-way, six-way.
Which would
Uh,
be advertised on SmackDown if you end up the way you said it's ended up on SmackDown.
yeah,
So again, that means that Sammy's got nothing to do with WrestleMania.
which sucks after the incredible story and match that he had last year. You would think this year he'll face Sami Zayn will face Chad Gable for the IC title, with one of them being champion. But I would have not mind seeing Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura. So let's to see if they still got it. You know what I mean? To see if they still have that chant, fight forever, because that was the first chant in NXT. That was the first fight forever chant that took place. So moving on to most likely the main event. I'll be very shocking if they close out the show with The Rock and Cody Rhodes. So the men's elimination chamber will determine who will become the number one contender for the undisputed WWE championship at WrestleMania 41. John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, Seth freaking Rollins, and your own wrestler, Logan Paul. So,
The
yeah,
opposite of name dropping.
should have been Kofi Kingston, should have been Xavier
Nah,
Woods, should have
definitely
been
not. You know what?
R-Truth, should have been Rey Mysterio, should have been Dominic Mysterio, should have been LA Knight, should have been Solo, should have been Jacob Fatu. Nah, I mean, but anyways, what's your thoughts on this match?
Probably gonna end up probably being the best chamber match since Bray Wyatt won the title.
Oh wow.
Is that
Now,
was
is that
also
your personal take or is that overall?
I think that's my personal take.
Your personal
'Cause
take?
it's been a while. It's been a while since like a really, really, really good elimination chamber match has
Mm,
taken place, and it's going back since then.
right.
Like you have a lot of names on the matches, but it's like, we already we all know this is just going to be a second Rumble match. That's all it is. It's a second Rumble opportunity.
Right. But you
But
have to
this
build
time,
up the
this
story.
that's the thing. You
Yeah.
have rivalries already going on into this.
Yes.
You already have Punk rivalry with Drew, Seth, Logan. past rivalry with John Cena. Anybody benefits from this. You're going to have rivalries for WrestleMania from this, regardless.
Right.
And you'll probably hear Roman's theme happen when Seth gets eliminated.
Mm.
So that'll be his distraction. That'll be what causes him to lose. And the one who should pin him should be Logan Paul.
So hold on. I like that, but hold on. You think Roman should cause Seth, but not CM Punk? Since CM Punk is the
Yeah,
one who eliminated him.
but who's the one that put him out? Why would it make sense for CM Punk if Seth is the one who put him through the steps that stomped him through the steps?
True.
CM Punk did not put him out.
So for as a taking out moment, Seth Rollins then. But I like that, but I feel like if you're talking about you're the reason why I couldn't go on and main event WrestleMania, then I would go for CM Punk, a distraction for Punk. But at the same time, they were fighting like Seth Rollins and Roman. They were both like trying to eliminate each other basically, and CM Punk is the one who eliminated both of them. And then CM Punk eliminated by Logan Paul. So it's funny how basically almost the final four, I guess, the final five.
The final four are gonna be CM Punk, Logan Paul, John Cena, and Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Cena's gonna, super Cena his way through everything, but then his
Cena's
age
gonna
is
be
gonna,
he's gonna be number 6. Let's just
he's in a super Cena everything,
yeah.
but he's gonna show his age. Someone's gonna take advantage of it. Seth's gonna try to beat him finally without uh without the authority. And then
Oh,
he's
interesting.
gonna start. He's gonna get everybody. He's gonna stop everybody. He's gonna be Seth freaking Rollins. And then I know where you hear Roman's theme,
Mm.
and he actually comes out, uses pyro, etc., and as pretty much a get back at him for his entrance at the Rumble, 2022, the Shield entrance.
Oh, what play the Shield entrance on? You can play the show if Romans could come out to the show entrance.
Regardless, you got to do something to get Seth
Yeah.
distracted. It's got to be Roman.
Who's gonna
He gets,
you said Logan Paul would eliminate him?
so he takes advantage of the distraction, rolls him up, pins him, holds it tight. Seth's eliminated.
Damn, I like that. If that for me, I would do the distraction, the music, but turns around, he gets hit with a claymore. But instead of
So
Drew,
now, what's the point?
hold on. Instead of Drew covering him, Logan Paul covers him. And then Drew eliminate Logan Paul. If that's if like Logan Paul has nothing to do, like just say Logan Paul is more like for us to get that, man, I hope just to get us heated about something about this match, But most likely Logan Paul is gonna have a program with John Cena, unless it's CM Punk. But that's how I would do it for the distraction of with Roman Reigns. But what were you gonna say?
So at this point, CM Punk makes the most sense to win, but he's got his get out of jail free card with Paul Heyman.
Right. So that has to be factored in somehow. But it's weird that Roman's not in this match. So it's like, what would that favor be? And then if CM Punk does win, you know what I mean? Like, what would that favor be if he does win? Unless The Rock gets involved somehow. So, because hey, for me, because this is basically what we could possibly see at WrestleMania, because I think the final two is going to be CM Punk and Seth Rollins. So there's a possibility we get CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes. That's something that's like an AEW match, basically, happening at Las Vegas. And then you also got Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes Now, if you're gonna go based on WrestleMania, this is kind of like a double or nothing as well, where it's like Seth Rollins needs a win over Cody Rhodes, not just at WrestleMania. He just needs a win over him because I believe he's what 3-0 or 0-3 for Seth Rollins, right, against Cody Rhodes. Um, so and then now they're in the main event for the WWE Championship. I feel like that would be more of a key match, but the problem, I just hope if they do go with that, I hope they treat it kind of something similar. I mean, they're not going to. They're gonna bring up the past because obviously with Netflix and the Peacock, they're gonna want you to go on the streaming service to go back to watch these classic matches. But I wanted something like the whole video package of WrestleMania 17, like you mentioned earlier, where it wasn't about the past. They made it seem like this is a first time ever match with Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. Like that's what I want with Cody Rhodes and CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Like I want this to be like a first time ever match. Like focus on that. Don't focus on the past.
That's going to be the problem because Seth Rollins is going to use that in his promos.
Yeah. And that's how you build
He,
up the pay-per-view
he's
these
known
days.
he's known for bringing up the past, just like CM Punk.
Right.
What'll ruin that moment.
Yeah. That's the only problem. Like I just focus more on the future of being the best and trying to be WWE champion. Um,
So at this point, the best winner for this match has to be John Cena because that's how you plug in Punk to get his favor, and that's how you plug in Rock to try to manipulate Cody into being his
mm,
champion.
damn, I like that. This
And what you
this.
do, what you do is you have a segment with The Rock and Cody, and at
Mhm.
some point you have for the chamber match, and you have The Rock saying, "Cody, I want to invite you to the kingdom you claim you have in your theme song, and I want you to." And he says, "And I want you to do this. I want you to go up there." Points to the skybox behind the WrestleMania sign.
Mhm.
He says, "And I want you and me to watch from up there. Watch this chamber match. It's going to start soon. And I want us to
Damn,
watch from up there. I want you to watch from on high, the way I'm watching you. And I want you to join me up there and be my champion. Let's watch this match and see who you're going to face at WrestleMania
I
because that's
like
the
that.
person I want you to beat at WrestleMania so that I can give you the keys to the kingdom you so desperately need. But this only works if you join me.
Yeah,
You don't have to answer the question yet. I'm going to give you a little bit more time, but join me up there and see what your future is going to be like based on who wins."
damn, look at that. Look at that. Hey, Andre knows how to cook too. Are you done? Or you still want to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, well, I want to say from that, what you just spit out, that's what she said. Um, you know what you took me back to? You took me back to TNA 2010, Bound for Glory, Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy, and Mr. Anderson. That's where you took me back to. And with Jeff Hardy turning heel. That's what you kind of like brought me back when you just said because John Cena wins, goes on face Cody, Paul, I need a favor. Punk gets added. Um, and then that's how you have Cody Rhodes turning heel that night.
I just got something. Let's say Cena wins, and
Uh-huh.
then you cue the camera back to the skybox with Rock and Cody standing next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then they applaud Rock, they applaud Cena for the match and the performance, etc. Right, right.
Right.
And then Cody turns to the Rock, and the Rock goes, "I'll
Heck,
see you next week for your answer."
damn.
Or somehow says, Can you see that?
Can you see that? I like that. Now. Here's the real question. Should Cody Rhodes, if he does join The Rock, should he dye his hair black? Dashing
You mean
Cody
like
Rhodes. Bring the
you mean
mustache
like
back.
you mean like when Dolph Ziggler dyed his hair back horribly and it did
Oh,
nothing for him?
it did nothing. He cut it short, bleached it. Did up? No, it didn't bleach it. It was his
Okay.
natural hair, right? Brown, or did he just dye it brown?
Brown. No, this was black, dude.
Oh, he dyed it black. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, interesting. I don't remember that. It
And it
looked
got
brown
no
to me.
reaction.
Yeah,
It
it
got
didn't.
yeah, no reaction at all.
Yeah, I got no reaction. That was
That's when he
funny.
dyed it back to bleach blood.
That was crazy. I want to know whose call was that. Damn. But now here's the other thing. Listen, curveball here. Curveball. Kind of like a fantasy booking, all right. What if Drew McIntyre wins? Do you see that as a possibility? And then if you would you want to see that? And then how would you book that?
If Drew McIntyre wins, that opens up for Seth versus Roman, Logan versus Cena, Damian probably versus Jacob Fatu, or
Oh yeah.
probably it'll probably be a rematch of SmackDown. Literally a rematch of what we saw on SmackDown.
For who? What match?
Braun Strowman and Damian Priest versus Jacob Fatu and Solo
Oh,
Sikoa.
like you're saying a triple threat or just
No,
the
no,
single match?
it's gonna probably be the same exact tag match
You're
again
the type of match. Oh, okay, I think you meant like the exact same match,
because
like
you got nothing
triple
else for
threat.
either one. That's you have another unless he's gonna face them. You really have nothing else for them.
Yeah. But what about Solo? What's Solo gonna be doing? I really thought, I'm gonna be honest, I thought Solo
It's
was gonna
gonna
face
probably be
Roman.
Solo versus Jacob Fatu at this point.
Yeah. Which is
But
dumb.
then that gives, but then that gives by you not having Drew versus Priest, you have nothing now for either of them. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
by you putting Drew in the main event with Cody, you have nothing for Damian Priest now. Not unless you start building a tension between him and Braun Strowman.
Or unless they do a brand, one of those battle of the brands, then you have Damian Priest versus Finn Balor, but then it's like, why have that
No, because then
match?
you're gonna because then you're gonna end up putting Priest in the worst possible match to put him in. The Andre Memorial Battle Royal
Oh
to
man.
win. And every time somebody wins, they either get laid off. And Braun Strowman got laid off the year after he won.
He
So
did.
either they get laid off or they get a stupid run afterwards.
Jimmy
So
Jay Uso is the only one who
if you
survived.
don't have any if you don't have anything for Damian Priest, which should be Drew McIntyre,
Right.
then he's gonna end up being the winner of the Memorial Battle Royal.
You
Just look
know,
what it did to Bobby Lashley.
yeah. Oh yeah, he did it. He won it too.
So
And then was on
um
SmackDown too.
so at this point it's gonna be if it's Drew that wins, then that's another moment for The Rock to try and tell Cody, I can help you beat him.
Mm,
I can give you what you need in order to beat him, but you need to give me your soul.
that's crazy.
It's like he's doing what Vince was doing behind the scenes for the Austin situation.
Yeah. But Austin did not sell out.
No, he sold out. He just didn't.
He
He
did.
sold out. He just didn't do it in a
His
segment. That's what it was. This time you're giving the segment that Austin had
Mhm.
with Vince.
Damn. So basically, Drew McIntyre, if he goes on and wins and face Cody Rhodes, basically the rest of the card for WrestleMania is going to look trash. The big money matches for the whole WrestleMania cards will be great if Cody Rhodes basically faces either John Cena, CM Punk. What about Seth Rollins? Do you agree with me on that part? That's more of a like fan favorite for me, like a dream match for me, basically.
I mean, it's gonna be Roman versus Seth at the end of the day, but because you really don't have much.
Mm.
Again, once again, unless it's gonna end up being Seth versus Cena, you're not gonna have anything from do. And if you have Seth versus Cena, you have nobody for Logan Paul that he hasn't already
Yeah,
faced.
that's
That's not a big enough name for him to draw.
CM Punk. AJ Styles was the rumor, but AJ Styles may have a program with
That might
Braun
be
Breaker.
SummerSlam. That might end up being SummerSlam.
Yeah.
AJ Styles and Logan Paul.
Where's
That's a
SummerSlam going to
bigger
be? This is is this the two nights? We're finally at the two nights, or is this still
right.
one night?
2 nights.
Oh, no. Okay, yeah. So, but last year was technically the first ever two nights, but then this year became the two nights, which is going to be in New Jersey, right? Is it
Whatever.
in
Yeah.
New Jersey? I think.
Yeah. MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, New Jersey. Okay, yeah, New Jersey.
Well, at the border of New York and New
Yeah.
Jersey, where they meet.
So yeah. So yeah, so next year, 2026, Minnesota was supposed to be the first ever two-night SummerSlam, but for some
Thank God. Now
reason,
it's gonna be nice enough for me to wear just a hoodie and not have to wear layers like you did.
for what event?
WrestleMania.
Oh, WrestleMania. Oh yeah, because it's gonna be in New Orleans. But before we move on to that topic, final predictions for Elimination Chamber match.
Lexa wins. Uh, Rhea wins. Cena wins. At least those 3 matches. The only important matches.
Okay. Yeah, I think Bailey for the women's for the Raw Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley and Io. I think Rhea. I would love to see Io back to back, first time ever for the Women's Championship for 2 titles. Take that opportunity, but Bailey is obviously going to go through the four horsewomen um, if she retains.
Now,
Uh,
if Rhea does lose, it's because Nia Jax cost her the match.
Also, you're saying get a Rumble match at WrestleMania
That
then?
then you'll get Rhea versus Nia at WrestleMania.
I like that. That'd be nice. That'd be yeah, I could see that happening too. Because then that's a grudge match too. And then Nia needs a win over Rhea Ripley. And what a win, what a get a if you want to get a win, even though it's not gonna even the score, but you're gonna get that 1 point over them because it was at WrestleMania.
Yep.
So, like even like that Rock, like the Rock, before he left for WrestleMania 19, he was just like, I don't care anything. Like my accomplishments don't mean anything because I can't beat you at WrestleMania, because that's where the world notices us and pays attention. So, and the Rock finally got his win. Now, WrestleMania 42, it's been announced, New Orleans. I don't know why The Rock came out to Little Wayne.
I think that's gonna be the main event of WrestleMania
What?
42. Rock versus Cody.
And
Regardless
do
of
you
who the
really think
champion
that's gonna
is.
happen?
I think that's gonna happen then.
Interesting. The Rock versus Cody Rhodes, WrestleMania 42. So what do you
And we
think?
and it won't be for the title. I don't think it'll be for the title.
No. Do you think? Okay, so let's go back. So now with WrestleMania, speaking of the future, let's say we're at WrestleMania. Obviously, Cody Rhodes is in the main event defending the WWE Championship. No matter if it's a triple threat, Cena, Punk, whatever, you think The Rock is gonna pull what he did at WrestleMania 27? For those people who are listening, The Rock
If
rock
it's
bottom
Cena,
John Cena.
if it's Cena, I think if it's Cena, he's gonna give him a tainted win. He's gonna give Cody a tainted win. If it's
Ooh.
Drew, I think he's gonna cost Cody the win for not wanting to take the keys
Mhm.
or not wanting to sell his soul.
And then Drew McIntyre does because he's the chosen one. Damn. What if it's CM Punk then? He screws both of them.
Yeah, try to screw them both.
Yeah, rock bottom both of them, and then
And
whoever
and then he
gets up.
and then he flips off Punk and telling him, "Hey, you got your main event, but you weren't. I gave you the main event. I never said you were going to win the title."
So that's what I think is going to happen with Punk winning, and then the Rockets try to take his moment. Like, hey, you have the opportunity to face either me at WrestleMania or go against CM Punk, and you could give him his moment. So that's what I thought was going to happen. That's what I thought was going to happen if Punk won the Royal Rumble, but
So
Jey
he could
Uso
always
won.
he could rock bottom CM Punk, kick Cody in the nads, and then rock bottom him onto CM Punk, and leave him lying there as his win to taint the victory on both of them.
Wait, stack who on who?
Rock bottom CM Punk,
Uh-huh.
hit Cody in the balls, rock bottom Cody onto CM Punk, and leave him there.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the other way around.
Which sets up eventually next year.
Yeah, because it's so basically somewhat
Same thing.
similar.
Same thing with him costing him the title to Drew.
Mm-hmm.
Sets up the match next year, and then says, "I just ruined your story," or "I
Damn,
just ended your story."
I just ended your story. Damn. And then that leads up to a match at WrestleMania 42 with Rock versus Cody Rhodes. Damn, that's a nice one. I like that. Fantasy booking, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we try to do here. So, but what would you think be the main event for next year then? Let's just say that's official. Let's just say they do a Rock and Cena moment where the night after WrestleMania they announce, hey, next year's WrestleMania is going to be you versus me. So Cody Rhodes versus The Rock. Who do you think would be the main event when it comes to the world title then? I would feel like Jey Uso would be his perfect time. It's like the place to party. It's like, what? Yeah, like y'all could have recreated the Yes movement that year, like with the whole Yeet. Like that would have been crazy. So it's like you should have just had John Cena win this year's Royal Rumble, and next year you could have had Jey Uso. You could even brought back John Cena. I know he said, "Oh, this is my last pay per view and everything," but it's like he could have
Yeah,
made a
I
surprise
think
entrance.
I think Cena's gonna. I think again, Cena's gonna break the record, but it's gonna be like on his last pay per view, last event.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like a Trish Stratus moment when she won the
He wins
title.
the title and retires.
Yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen too.
Gonna go off in the sunset. It's the best way to
Yeah,
book it for an end or ending a career.
yeah, for especially for John Cena,
He doesn't
especially
need
for
to win
John
that.
Cena.
He needs to win at WrestleMania, but he doesn't need the title at WrestleMania.
No, no, he doesn't.
He needs to win his
He,
last WrestleMania.
yeah, if it's gonna be the main event, he needs something. He needs his last win at WrestleMania, or he needs the last main event at WrestleMania. If he's gonna main event WrestleMania, obviously he should lose. It'd be cool if they found a way in a story for him to win the title, just to get it out of the way already. Um, but yeah, other than that, if he's gonna not be in the main event picture, then he needs to win his last WrestleMania. Because if you're just gonna make everything sad at this point, it's like, what's the whole point of the last tour then? Just we're gonna go. So basically, just gonna make people upset until what the end?
It's like when the Dudley Boys came back in 2015. Like I wanted them to win at least one pay per view. They
Yeah,
lost every they lost every pay per view, even with the Wyatts
right.
in their own environment.
Oh yeah, the tables match.
What was it?
It was like
It was an
what?
ECW style match with Rhino,
Oh, right. Yeah, with Tommy Dreamer, right? The 8 man.
Tommy Dreamer, and Rhino.
Yeah. Was it? I thought it was a tables match. So, but yeah, I know which one. Yeah, regardless, yeah, they didn't even win that one. And then they were in the pre-show at WrestleMania 32 with the Usos. And in the New Days were tag team champions, and they were in a 6 man tag team match. They could have had, they could have had a TLC match, but instead they had a ladder match, what was it, a 6-way or 8-way ladder match for the
So
IC
Daniel
title.
Bryan's contract will be ending pretty soon with AEW at some point.
Bring him back. Bring him back. Daniel Bryan versus Gunther at WrestleMania. It's on my fantasy booking. Damn, what episode was it? 196 fantasy booking. Also a video clip of it
Daniel
on
Bryan versus
YouTube.
Daniel Bryan versus Sami Zayn again.
Yeah. New
Daniel Bryan
Orleans.
Daniel Bryan versus Logan Paul.
That actually pretty cool. I would like to see that. I don't want to see Logan Paul versus John Cena. That's I
That story
definitely
writes itself. Logan
so
Paul and Daniel Bryan. I had to work my ass off through the Indians, and you posted videos on TikTok, ones that I shouldn't talk about in Japan. At
oh
least I'm
man.
allowed there.
Yeah. Everybody's allowed over there. That's not the only
Oh,
place that he's banned from
oh,
too.
yeah. The reason why he's doing WrestleMania now is because he's not going to be allowed to do a lot of the tours. A lot of the countries don't want him there. Right now, Egypt is
Oh
still banned him.
yeah. That's I forgot. I forgot about that. That's the crazy thing. What people are still shocked that Logan Paul is still under WWE. They everybody thought that they were realized like, damn, we can't really do anything with this guy.
No, now with you know who in charge, and I'm not talking about wrestling, the Oval Office. With him in charge, a lot of companies don't want to work with WWE now
Mhm.
because of Linda McMahon.
Oh, facts. I totally forgot about
So
that.
some of them are doing venues regardless, but then they're putting restrictions on WWE, like with Logan Paul
Mhm.
because he was on his podcast. Because that was one of the podcasts that got him the attention he was getting and needed for his win.
Damn. Interesting. And so, all right. Well, anything else you want to say or add before we wrap this up?
Oh, I think we covered everything because we still got a lot of time before WrestleMania, even though it
Yeah.
feels like it's gonna go by quick. Literally in 2 months, 2 months from this week. Next week
Yeah.
is already this weekend is already gonna be March.
Is it really this weekend? Damn.
Yep, Saturday.
Oh snap! Oh yeah. So damn, the pay per view is next. Oh yeah. So the one the week. Oh damn. So the week of this episode drops. It's Elimination Chamber. I totally forgot. We talked so much. I totally forgot the whole purpose of this episode was the predictions of Elimination Chamber because we talked about No Way Out. We talked about the Miz, Ray Barrett. We talked so much on this episode. Totally forgot about the purpose of this episode. Damn. So yeah, we still have a lot to cover. And then obviously after Elimination Chamber, it's just gonna be. I feel like it's just gonna be more questions. We're not gonna get the answers until WrestleMania. And then here's the problem with that. And Jey Uso and Gunther is one of those. Was it all worth it? Damn, we got all that just for this. I guess. Or damn, they got us, and this was worth it. This is the best WrestleMania ever. You know, it's gonna be one of those three. So
Ray's selling the merchandise that Ray used to sell, so that's exactly why they're pushing him.
yeah.
The whole Yeet thing is working for him. The moment he went to Raw by himself, it changed and it benefited him. It skyrocketed. That's why I think not keeping the IC title on him longer was not good, but
Mhm.
it propelled him.
It did.
I
It
think it
helped
would have
them.
been I think it would have been better if he continued with the IC title and won the Rumble. This way, Gunther could have taken something from him by getting the
Oh,
title off of him.
damn. Yeah.
And he could have costed him to Ludwig.
Oh yeah. He could have. Damn, that would have worked out.
It could have been just like the way that John Cena lost the US title because of JBL. In this
Mm.
case, John Cena won a number one contender spot. But Jay getting that momentum of winning the Rumble, having been the IC champion, and then Gunther pushing and propelling the storyline by taking in the IC title from him. His first, maybe not his first, but his only championship run
Hmm.
as a champion. I mean, it didn't have to stay that long of reign, but he could have won it, lost it, won it back.
Yeah, yeah, just to mean something, to add something to the match, just to add something. Because right now, all it is
It could
they're
have been
both gonna have a
you.
WrestleMania
You
main
could have done
event.
that. This would have been a good segment for him to say. You took an opportunity away from me to have a real match with a
Yeah.
real worthy champion. So I took something that you loved from you when I took the IC title from you and I got it onto my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to take a second thing from you, a win at WrestleMania, because guys like you don't deserve to be in the ring with guys like me. And it gives them that heat that says, well, what are you trying to say? Are you talking about classes? Are you talking about races? What are you talking about now, man? What do you mean guys like him? It draws more heat for Gunther.
Right.
It makes him more hateable. It makes you want to have Jay win it more.
He could also mention about the bloodline where it's like, how do I not know that The Rock is pulling some strings for you to have this match? You know, just take my spot like from me. Kind of like what he
Or
did with Cody.
how do I know that Jimmy isn't the better Uso?
Oh no, we definitely know that that's not the case.
We know that's not the case.
He could, yeah, it could be an insult, but that's definitely not the case.
That's not the case, but he needs to use that to his advantage. He needs to get inside Jay's head and say,
Right.
without your brother, you're nothing. You
Yeah.
need your brother. And if you keep Jimmy out of the match, it makes that win much more memorable because he didn't have Jeff Hardy had Matt's help. You don't need Jeff Jay to have Jimmy's help. Because
Man.
then it proves everyone's point that you're just the new so that needs you're just a tag team wrestler that needs his brother to win.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, and then that's the weird thing that Jey Uso doesn't even have a match at Elimination Chamber. You would think because it's like to build him up for WrestleMania, but
Or
no.
at least have him face Ludwig.
Yeah, but he's not even in the picture with Gunther though. They're not like in the program together. He's in the program with who? Penta, Penta, and who? And why am I
Yeah, that's the
drawing?
thing. You haven't seen Ludwig introduce Gunther for a while.
Yeah. So, oh well, we'll see what happens later on. Plenty more to come when it comes to WrestleMania. So appreciate Andre the Savage for joining another episode.
Thanks, Andre the Savage, for joining us. And those are some great predictions and fantasy booking. We all had some great picks.
Yes, we
Don't,
did.
don't forget to tune in this weekend for WWE Elimination Chamber. It's a show you definitely don't want to miss. And if you liked today's episode, please give us a 5-star flash review wherever you listen to our podcast. I'm Ever El Minestro.
IAN is who I am. A storyteller is who I'm trying to be. And if you're feeling so high in joy, give me a holla. And remember this: life's a journey. Just like every wrestling match is not about how many times you fall, but how many times you rise. So keep fighting, stay strong, and we'll catch you next time. A new Entry Wrestling podcast. Until then, deuces.